Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope everyone is keeping fine and safe. Yes, so let's begin our video today. As you know, I have already spoken about the important examinations, the notifications, and everything details I'm giving you. So in this particular video, I will not definitely dishearten you, but in this video, I will give you some syllabus. That is syllabus for the examination of ISS and IES 2021 examination. So the scheme of examination section 1. Let's talk about this. The examination shall be conducted according to the plan that I'm going to say you right now. Pay attention. Firstly, part 1, that is written examination carrying a maximum of 1000 marks in the subjects that I will say you after this video. Part 2 will be viva voce of such candidates as may be called by the commission carrying a maximum of 200 marks. Now part 1. The subjects of the written examination under part 1. The maximum marks allotted to each subject or to each paper and the time allowed shall be as I'm going to say you right now. A. Indian Economic Service. Under this, you will have General English for 100 marks and 3 hours. General Studies, 100 marks and 3 hours. General Economics 1, 200 marks and 3 hours. Next, you have General Economics 2 of 200 marks and 3 hours. Next, you have General Economics 3, 200 marks and 3 hours. Indian Economics, 200 marks and 3 hours. Next, you have Indian Statistical Service. Under this, again, you have in General English, 100 marks, 3 hours. General Studies, 100 marks, 3 hours. Statistics 1, which is the objective type, 200 marks and 2 hours. Here you will have Statistics 2, objective type, 200 marks and 2 hours. Statistics 3, which is descriptive, 200 marks, 3 hours. Statistics 4, also descriptive, 200 marks and 3 hours. Please note, Statistics 1 and 2 will be objective type questions, 80 questions with a maximum marks of 200 in each paper. That has to be attempted in the total span of 120 minutes. Also note, Statistics 3 and Statistics 4 will be descriptive type, having short answer or small problem questions with 50%, and the rest will be long answer and comprehension type problem questions of 50%. At least one short answer and one long answer question from each section is compulsory in this section. In Statistics 4, there will be 7 sections in the paper. Candidates have to choose any 2 sections out of all of them. All sections will carry equal marks. Also note, the papers on General English and General Studies, common to both Indian Economic Service and Indian Statistical Service, will be of subjective type. Also note, all other papers of Indian Economic Service will be again of subjective type. The details of the standard and the syllabus for the examination that you will be having is given in section 2 of the website. You can refer to that or you can follow this video. The question papers in all the subjects in Indian Economic Service examination and in Indian Statistical Service examination will be of conventional type, that is essay type, except in statistics paper 1 and statistics paper 2, which are of objective type papers. All question papers must be answered in English. Question papers will be set in English only, so there is no other language options. Candidates must write the papers in their own hand. In no circumstances will they be allowed the help of a scribe to write the answers for them. The persons with benchmark disabilities in the categories of blindness, locomotor disability, both arm affected PA, and cerebral palsy will be provided the facility of a scribe if desired by the person only. That means they have to mention that. In case of other category of persons with benchmark disabilities as defined under Section 2R of the RPWD Act 2016, the facility of scribe will be allowed to such candidates on production of a certificate to the effect that the person concerned has physical limitation to write, and scribe is essential to write examination on behalf from the chief medical officer or civil surgeon or medical superintendent of a government healthcare institution as per the pro forma at Appendix 5. The candidates have discretion of opting for his or her own scribe or request the commission for the same. The details of a scribe, that is whether own or the commissions, and the details of scribe in case of candidates are bringing their own scribe or not, will be sought at the time of filling up of the application form that is done online as per the pro forma at Appendix 6. The qualification of the commission's scribe as well as own scribe will not be more than the minimum qualification criteria of the examination, that is the minimum qualification criteria that is mentioned in the website. However, the qualification of the scribe should always be matriculate or above. The persons with benchmark disabilities in the category of blindness, locomotor disability, both arm affected PA, and cerebral palsy will be allowed compensatory time of 20 minutes per hour of the examination for the normal candidates. In case of other categories of persons with benchmark disabilities, this facility will be provided on production of a certificate to the effect that the person concerned has a physical limitation to to write from the chief medical officer, or as I told you, civil surgeon or medical superintendent of the government healthcare institution as per the pro forma of Appendix 5 as it is mentioned in the website. Note, the eligibility conditions of a scribe, his or her conduct inside the examination hall, and the manner in which and extent to which he or she can help the PWBT candidate in writing the Indian Economic Service or Indian Statistical Service examination shall be governed by the instructions that is issued by the UPSC in this regard. Violation of all or any of the said instructions shall entail the cancellation of the candidature of the PWBT candidate in addition to any other action that the UPSC may take against the scribe. Part 2. Now coming to Viva Voice, that is in Part 2. The candidates will be interviewed by the board of competent and unbiased observers who will have before them a record of his or her career. The object of this interview is to assess his or her suitability for the service for which he or she has completed. The interview is intended to supplement the written examination for testing the general and specialized knowledge and abilities for the candidate. The candidates will be expected to have taken an intelligent interest not only in his or her subjects of academic study, but also in events which are happening around him or her, both within and outside his or her own state or country, as well as in modern currents of thought and in new discoveries, which should rouse the curiosity of well-educated youth. The technique of the interview is not that of a strict cross-examination, but of a natural, through directed and purposive conversation intended to reveal the candidate's mental qualities and his or her grasp of problems. the actual behavior of the candidate will be assessed. The board will pay special attention to assess the intellectual curiosity, critical powers of assimilation, balance of judgment, and alertness of mind, the ability for social cohesion, integrity of character, initiative, and capacity for leadership. Next, coming to section 2, standard and syllabus. The standard of papers in general English and general studies will be such as may be expected of a graduate of an Indian university. The standard of papers in the other subjects will be that of master's level, that is master's degree examination of an Indian university in the relevant disciplines, that is the discipline where you have applied for. The candidates will be expected to illustrate theory by facts and to analyze problems with the help of theory. They will be expected to be particularly conversant with the Indian problems in the fields of economics or in the fields of statistics. Now coming to general English, which is common to both IES or ISS. Candidates will be required to write an essay in English in this subject. Other questions will be designed to test their understanding of English and workman-like usages of words. Passages will usually be set for summary or précis. Next, coming to general studies. Again, this is also common for both the exams, that is IES and ISS. Here, general knowledge, including knowledge of current events and of such matters of everyday observation and as you experience in everyday life in the scientific aspects as may be expected of an educated person who has not made a special study of any scientific subject is required. That is in the normal day-to-day life, the scientific things that we observe and experiment. The paper will also include questions on Indian polity, including the political system and the Constitution of India, history of India, and geography of a nature which a candidate should be able to answer without special study. That is the general history, geography knowledge we have. Next, coming to general economics, that is for IES only, part A. Here the syllabus is theory of consumers' demand, having cardinal utility analysis, marginal utility and demand, consumer surplus, indifference curve, analysis utility function, price income and substitution effect, Slutsky theorem and derivation of demand curve, revealed preference theory, duality and indirect utility function and expenditure function, choice under risk and uncertainty, simple games of complete information, concept of Nash equilibrium. Next, coming to the second unit that is there in the syllabus, theory of production. Under this, you have factors of production and factors of function, forms of production functions, Cobb-Douglas, CES, and fixed coefficient type, translog production function, laws of return, returns to scale and return to factors of production, duality and cost function, measures of productive efficiency of firms, technical and allocative efficiency, partial equilibrium versus general equilibrium approach, that is a comparative study, equilibrium of the firm and industry. Next, coming to the theory of value, which is the third unit. Under this, you have to study pricing under different market structures, public sector pricing, marginal cost pricing, peak load pricing, cross-subsidy free pricing, and average cost pricing, Marshallian and Walrasian stability analysis, pricing with incomplete information, and moral hazard problems. Next, coming to the fourth unit, which is theory of distribution. Here you have to study new classical distribution theories, marginal productivity theory of determination of factor prices, factor shares and adding up of problems, Euler's theorem, pricing of factors under imperfect competition, monopoly and bilateral monopoly, macro distribution theories of Ricardo, Marx, Calder, Galaxy. Next, you have welfare economics, that is the fifth unit. Under this, you have interpersonal comparison and aggression problems, public goods and externalities, divergence between social and private welfare, compensation principle, Pareto optimality, social choice and other recent schools, including Coles and Sen. Next, coming to part B, which is quantitative methods in economics. Under this, for the first unit that you have is mathematical methods in economics. Under this unit, you need to study differentiation and integration and their application in economics. Optimization techniques, techniques, sets, matrices, and their application in economics. Linear algebra and linear programming in economics. And input-output model of Leontief. Next, coming to the second unit, which is statistical and econometric methods. Here you need to study measures of central tendency and dispersions, correlation and regression, time series, index numbers, sampling of curves based on various linear and nonlinear functions, least require methods and other multivariate analysis, only concepts and interpretation of the results is required. Analysis of variance, factor analysis, principal component analysis, discriminant analysis, income distribution, Pareto law of distribution, long normal distribution, measures of income inequality, Lorentz curve and Gini coefficient, univariate and multivariate regression analysis, problems and remedies of heteroelasticity, autocorrection, and multicollinearity. This is the syllabus. Next coming to general economics 2, that is for IES only. Here the first unit you have is economic thought, that is mercantilism, classical Marxist, neoclassical, Keynesian, and monetarist schools of thought. The second unit you have here is concept of national income and social accounting. Under this, you need to have knowledge about measurement of national income, interrelationship between three measures of national income in the presence of government sector and international transactions. Also, environmental considerations, green national income. Next, coming to the third unit, which is theory of employment. Here you need to study about output, inflation, money, and finance, under which the classical theory of employment and output and neoclassical approaches, equilibrium analysis under classical and neoclassical analysis, again, Keynesian theory of employment and output, post-Keynesian developments, the inflationary gap, demand pull versus cost push inflation, the Phillips curve and its policy implication, classical theory of money, quantitative theory of money, Friedman's restatement of quantity theory, the neutrality of money, the supply and demand for loanable funds and equilibrium in financial markets, Keynes' theory on demand for money, ISLM model, and ADAS model in Keynesian theory is the syllabus. Next, coming to the fourth unit, which is the financial and capital market. Here you need to have knowledge about finance and economic development, financial markets, stock market, gift market, banking and insurance, equity markets, role of primary and secondary markets and efficiency, derivatives market, futures and options. Next, coming to the fifth unit, economic growth and development. Here you need to study about concepts of economic growth and development and their measurement, characteristics of less developed countries and obstacles to their development, including growth, poverty, and income distribution. Theories of growth, having classical approach, Adam Smith, Marx, and some Peter, neoclassical approach, Robinson, Solow, Calder, and Harold Domer. Theories of economic development, Rostow, Rodin, Nertz, Hirschman, Levenstein, and Arthur Lewis, Amen, and Frank Dependency School, respective roles of state and the market. Utilitarian and welfarist approach to social development and A.K. Sen's critic. Sen's capability approach to economic development. Also, you have to need knowledge about the Human Development Index, Physical Quality of Life Index, and Human Poverty Index, basics of endogenous growth theory. The sixth unit you have is international economics. Here you need to have knowledge about gains from international trade, terms of trade policy, international trade and economic development, theories of international trade, Ricardo, Haberler, Hector Ohlin and Stopper, Samuelson theory of tariffs, regional trade arrangements, Asian financial crisis of the year 1997, global financial crisis of 2008, and Eurozone crisis, causes and its impact. Next, coming to the seventh unit, that is balance of payments. Disequilibrium imbalance of payment, mechanism of adjustment, foreign trade multiplier, exchange rates, important and exchange controls, and multiple exchange rates. ISLM model and Mundell-Fleming model of balance of payments is required. Next, coming to the eighth unit, which is the global institution. The UN agencies dealing with economic aspects, role of multilateral development bodies such as the MDBs, World Bank, IMF, and WTO, multinational corporates, G20. Next, coming to general economics 3 for IES only. The first unit you have here is public finance. Theories of taxation, optimal taxes and tax reforms, incidence of taxes, theories of public expenditures, objectives and effects of public expenditure policy and social cost benefit analysis, criteria of public investment decisions, social rate of discount, shadow prices of investment, unskilled labor and foreign exchange, budgetary deficits, theory of public debt management. The next unit you have here is environmental economics. Under this, you have to have knowledge about environmentally sustainable development, Rio process of 1992 to 2012, green GDP, UN methodology of integrated environmental and economic accounting, environmental values, users and non-user values, option value, valuation method, stated and revealed preference methods, design of environmental policy instruments. Under this, you have to study about pollution taxes and pollution permits, collective action and informal regulation by local communities, theories of exhaustible and renewable resources, international environmental agreements, all the agreements that were there, Rio Conventions, climatic change problems, Kyoto Protocol, UNFCCC, Bali Action Plan, agreements up to the year of 2017, tradable permits and carbon taxes, carbon markets and market mechanisms, climate change finance and green climate fund. Next, coming to the third unit, that is industrial economics. Under this, you have to study market structure and performance of firms, product differentiation and market concentration, monopolistic price theory and oligopolistic interdependence and pricing, entry prevention pricing, micro level investment decisions and the behavior of the firms, research and development and innovation, market structure and their profitability, public policy and development of firms, the fourth unit that you have is state, market, and planning. Under this, you need to study planning in a developing economy, planning, regulation, and market, indicative planning, decentralized planning. Next, coming to Indian economics for IES only. Here you need to study about history of development and planning, alternative development strategies, goal of self-reliance based on import substitution and protection, the post-1991 globalization strategies based on stabilization and structural adjustment packages, that is fiscal reforms, financial sector reforms, and trade reforms. Next, coming to the second unit, which is federal finance. Under this, you have to study constitutional provisions relating to fiscal and financial powers of the states, finance commissions and their formula for sharing taxes, financial aspect of Sarkaria Commission report, financial aspects of 73rd and 74th constitutional amendments. The third unit you have here is budgeting and fiscal policy. Under this, you need to have knowledge about tax expenditure, budgetary deficits, pension and fiscal reforms, public debt management and reforms, fiscal responsibility and budget management, which is the FRBM. Under the Act, black money and parallel economy in India, including the definition, estimates, genesis, consequences, and remedies. The fourth unit you have here is poverty, unemployment, and human development. This includes estimates of inequality and poverty measures for India, appraisal of government measures, India's human development record in global perspective, India's population policy and development. The fifth unit you have here is agricultural and rural development strategies. This includes technologies and institutions, land relations and land reforms, rural credit, modern farm inputs and marketing, price policy and subsidies, commercialization and diversification, rural development programs, including poverty alleviation programs that do include in this development of economic and social infrastructure, and the new rural employment guarantee scheme that is established by the government. The sixth unit you have here is India's experience with urbanization and migration. Under this, you have different types of migratory flows and their impact on the economies of their origin and destination, the process of growth of urban settlements, urban development strategies. The seventh unit you have here is industry, strategy of industrial development, industrial policy reform, reservation policy relating to small scale industries, competition policy, sources of industrial finances, bank share market, insurance companies, pension funds, non-banking sources, and foreign direct investment, role of foreign capital for direct investment and portfolio investment, public sector reform, privatization, and disinvestment. The eighth unit you have here is labor, including employment, unemployment, and underemployment, industrial relations and labor welfare, including strategies for employment generation, urban labor market and informal sector employment, report of National Commission, on labor, social issues relating to labor, for example, child labor, bonded labor, international bonded labor standard, and its impact on all these things will be included. The ninth unit you have here is foreign trade. This includes salient features of India's foreign trade, composition, direction and organization of trade, recent changes in trade, balance of payments, tariff policy, exchange rate, India and World Trade Organization requirements, bilateral trade agreements and their implications. The 10th unit you have is money and banking. This includes financial sector reforms, organization of India's money market, changing roles of the Reserve Bank of India, commercial banks, development finance institutions, foreign banks and non-banking financial institutions, Indian capital market and SEBI, development in global financial market and its relationship with the Indian financial sector, commodity market in India's spot and future markets, role of FMC. The next unit to have is inflation, including the definition, trends, estimates, consequences, and remedies, including the control, wholesale price index, consumer price index, components, and trends. So this is the syllabus for this. Now I'll come to statistics, which is the objective type for ISS only. Here you have probability, first unit, classical and probability consequences, law of total probability, conditional probability, Bayes theorem and applications, discrete and continuous random variables, distribution functions and their properties, standard, discrete and continuous probability, distributions, Bernoulli, uniform, binomial, Poisson, geometric, rectangular, exponential, normal, Cauchy, hypergeometric, multinomial, Laplace, negative binomial, beta, gamma, log normal, random vectors, joint and marginal distributions, conditional distributions, then distribution of functions and the random variables, modes of convergences of sequences of random variables in distribution in probability with probability 1 and in mean square. Mathematical expectation and conditional probability, conditional expectation. Characteristic function, moment and probability, generating functions, inversion, uniqueness, and continuity theorems, including Borel's 0-1 law, Kolmogor's 0-1 law, Tygichev's and Kolmogor's inequalities, laws of large numbers, and central limit theorems for independent statistics. The next unit you have is statistical methods. This includes collection, compilation, and presentation of data, charts, diagrams, and histogram, frequency distribution, measures of location, dispersion, skewness and kurtosis, bivariate and multivariate data, association and contingency, curve fitting and orthogonal polynomials, bivariate normal distribution, regression linear polynomial, distribution of correlation coefficient, partial and multivariate correlation, intra-class correlation, correlation ratio, standard errors and large sample test, sampling distributions of sample mean, sample variance, T, chi-square and F, test of significance based on them, small sample test, non-parametric test, goodness of fit, sign, median, run, Wilcoxon, Mann-Whitney, and Kolmogorov-Smirnov order statistics, minimum, maximum, range and medium, concept of asymptotic relative efficiency. This is what you have for this syllabus. So in this video, I covered the entire syllabus. ISS syllabus is huge more. For other details, you can refer to other videos. I'm sure you will have found benefit out of watching this syllabus video for ISS and IES examination. So I hope you will get success. You will be successful in your career if you're applying for this. And I'm sure you will come out with fine colors. So ending my video here. Thank you for patiently hearing me out and all the best for your future. Thank you. Stay happy, stay safe. Thank you.